surely that's enough. 677 was the number.
Oh, yeah.
200 and something.
They look at you weird.
10% over each year. You know there's wrong. So.
There's a couple big problems. I thought it was so-and-so. I think I signed yours last. Some people weren't registered.
Not registered. What did they tell them? They weren't eligible. I had one out when I was getting out. That's good.
I had one of my clients said, bring me a sheet, I'll sign. I was like, you can't sign.
That was 8 weeks. She's like,
unless you had a restoration.
I don't know. Just put the name on there. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, they will. They will.
That way I didn't have to tell her, no, stop.
No way that they're taking 75 counties and however many candidates in every race and checking results. They don't have the staff. They sponsor this. We go back to us. I figure they go through and they say, okay, here's 10 I can't read. Take those out.
So video page or something like person or whatever. Camera, it might have a little red light on it, you just can't see, but it's green.
Y'all went down to England and got some, and Colorado.
It is 6:30 in the evening on September 16th, 2025. I'd like to call this meeting to order of the Ward City Council. Would you stand, please? Ms. Stacy, would you give a prayer, please?
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us all together here. Please watch over those that are unable to attend tonight because of health reasons and other concerns, and look over them. Lord, during this time, I really would ask that you put it in everyone's heart here that we work together and close the divide, and we understand that we are working for the constituents, for everyone in the city, regardless of who they represent. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Remind council to turn your mic on when you are speaking, please. And Madam Clerk, would you call the roll, please?
Councilmember Hall is absent. Councilmember Chapman.
Here.
Councilmember McMahon. Here. Councilmember Hefner is absent. Councilmember Brooke.
Here.
And Councilmember Rupel.
Here.
Both council members Hall and Hefner are out sick tonight, so like I said, we'll keep them in our prayers. Getting started. I'd entertain a motion to approve the August 19th, 2025 meeting as presented.
Motion.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Any comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Next on the agenda is the Department Reports and Financials. Get a chance to review. I'd entertain a motion to approve as presented.
Motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
And a second. All those, any comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Next on the agenda is the Planning Commission report. Ms. Herron?
Good evening. We had probably a record short meeting last month. So we had one thing on there, and that was the final plat for Crescent Cove. It's a little one-street neighborhood off of Moon Road. And they didn't have any changes from the preliminary plat that staff approved, and so we went ahead and approved that.
Absolutely. No changes, no contingencies, no nothing.
No.
This was very
It's
nice.
very easy, smooth.
Any questions from Ms. Aaron? If not, entertain a motion to approve the final plat as presented.
Motion.
We have a motion of a second.
Second.
Any comments? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Stacy, do you have any water?
We were told it was canceled by the mayor.
Okay, yes, I did, yeah. You're right. We need to make a motion to approve the planning commission report as presented by Aaron. We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
All of it in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Casey. Next on the agenda is old business. First one is ordinance 2025-17 on its second reading. Madam Clerk, would you read the title, please?
An ordinance authorizing the Ward Fire Department to charge for fire responses and other emergency responses outside the city limits of Ward.
Council, if you recall, this is a 3-month process we're doing, and a possibility of start charging after the first year. I haven't been in discussions with the Arkansas Association County's attorney and the AG's office about how to fix this, but unfortunately it won't be fixed until the 2027 session. So this will go into effect for our particular fire department. So, any comments, questions? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion for the second reading.
I got one question.
Yes, sir.
What are they anticipating in 27, did they say?
We just started working with them, possibly changing the language that allows cities first class to have fire dues. And if that gets passed, then we'll, do away with this and then go for fire dues. But until then, this is the only mechanism we have to reimburse for fighting outside the city limits.
Motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Chapman?
Yes.
Councilmember McMahon?
Yes.
Councilmember Brooke?
Yes.
And Councilmember Rubel.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-17 is passed its second reading at 4-0. We'll move it forward to its third and final reading next month. Next on the agenda is ordinance 2025-18. Madam Clerk, if you'd read the title, please.
An ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance 2022-02, an ordinance establishing a procedure for the purchasing, sale, or exchange of property in the city of Ward and for other purposes.
Council, this was brought before you last month and tabled for Bruce to be here. And what we brought forward was the discussion about increasing my spending authority on water and wastewater items only, not general items but there was a little discussion about raising $25,000, but then it was tabled. I'll open the floor for discussion. Mr. Bruce, you want to come forward?
Sure.
I think he can attest to the fact of the increase in amount of how much things cost him more and the need for them. And you'll see on the agenda later on in the new business is a $24,000 item that if we'd had raised money, we'd go ahead and put that on order. But
yeah, basically the cost of so much of the stuff in the water wastewater system has gone up drastically, especially since post-COVID. About the cheapest pump we can get, is around $11,000 to $12,000 now. We have several pieces of equipment on the plant, blowers, motors, VFDs, all of which are, for the most part, in excess of 15 grand. And the issue with a lot is it's time sensitive, stuff when it does go down because it's so critical. And just like our core main orders, if you go back 5 years ago, what would a normal order that was probably $4,500 is, closer to $10,000 now for just to have a bit of inventory for, 4 to 6 weeks at a time. So, yeah, cost of everything's gone up drastically and continues to do so. If we got control panels and stuff, those things are running, not quite 10,000, but $8,500 plus, stuff that used to be quite a bit cheaper. Used to, you get a 10 horsepower pump for, $8,500 or so. Just everything keeps increasing. And these are all sensitive, things that we like need relatively quickly. Our plant's still relatively new, but, things are aging. We've had, like this blower, we got to get a motor, we got to get, the VFD replacements recently, small and I don't know how many of those tons of VFDs there at the plant. Your smallest one is, in excess of 10 grand. And just, there's so many things that are critical that we would need in a pinch that are far in excess of $10,000.
Just like we discussed, this just gives me as management a little better opportunity to make decisions as we need them for items up to 25 or whatever the council decides to do, or keep it as it is. And this particular one that's on our new business tonight, had this meeting not come up within a day or two of finding out, I'd have to call a special meeting. Any discussion?
What does your bench stock look like on your parts?
Do what?
What does your bench stock look like on your parts? Because you're saying that in a pinch, and they seem like always in a pinch. So what do you have in bench stock that'll carry out?
Well, we got like the normal stuff, like, like the normal, like water, wastewater inventory items and pieces like that. As far as inventory, as far as, like the big items, like blowers and motors and stuff, we do have backup ones, not necessarily to install, but we have multiple ones in case, something goes down. But as far as large inventory, other than the normal water, wastewater stuff, fittings and, all those things, we try to keep all that stuff on hand. But as far as pumps and whatnot, we try to keep as little as possible. Because that warranty period, starts when you buy it. So, you don't want to buy a $15,000 pump and, it's set for 6 months or longer.
I thought we had said several months ago that we had extra pumps from replacing pumps that wasn't completely down. Do we not have those anymore?
Yeah, we've used up most of what we have, other than some small stuff. But we don't have any good large size pumps on hand.
And this resolution coming for you in a little bit is for a blower, which we do not keep in stock.
Yeah, and we try to, of course, we try to maintain everything and as best that we can. But you're typically going to look at, we got, say 25 lift stations, 2 pumps piece, 50. You're going to look at, you're going to replace about 10% of that a year under normal circumstances. So you're going to average five pumps a year. Some years you may do really good, not have to do any of them. Other years it could be, a lot worse. We just got to understand those things are in like the worst environment possible. We pulled one here a couple weeks back, and of course full of wipes and stuff, which completely clogs them up, which can destroy them. I mean, just pulling plastic out of there, toys, toy dinosaur, all kinds of stuff are in those things, and it wreaks havoc on them.
The old pumps that you're replacing, or that you replace, do you get them refurbished to have them on hand on back stock, or what do you do?
Yeah, so typically, there's an issue with these pump suppliers, and it's not just the pumps, it's other expensive items too. So oftentimes when there is an issue with the pump and it may need a rebuild or whatnot, they generally are going to send you a quote higher for the rebuild than the cost of a new one, intentionally. And there's no good local places like there used to be that would, like Harold and Jacksonville, that would actually, legitimately, look at your stuff and give you a fair price and fix it. Most of these places are these large companies that, they sell pumps, that's how they make money. So oftentimes, they're going to give you a quote for, more than the cost, of a new pump for a rebuild.
That's rebuild wouldn't be under warranty, right?
Yeah, I mean, if it's, so I think, if I remember correctly, what's Barnes, is it 3? What's Barnes warranty? Yep.
Yeah, it depends on the pump.
Yeah, yeah. They're generally 1 to 3 years, depending on the size. I want to say they're 3 years on those, aren't they? That's the last I remember. Yeah.
And they generally last longer than that.
Yeah, and typical lifespan of a pump, you're looking at, some can go for a very long time, some, 7 to 10 years on average.
So these pumps aren't something that goes down weekly. These are, you randomly have one over here and.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And a lot of it's due to just the stuff that they pick up. We try to use scythe pumps made by Barnes, which have cutter blades on them, which do a pretty good job of chewing stuff up. But some of that just wipes and feminine products and other stuff that collect in those stations, it's just so much that sometimes it just chews it up.
Council, what would you like to do? My suggestion is raise my spending limit to at least $25,000 for water, wastewater material. $35,000 if you're feeling good tonight.
And for the most part, it would only be for like those types of items.
Yeah.
Those important, time sensitive items like that.
My only concern or question, or I guess concern I have is, if you know that you're going to maybe replace pumps, 10% of them a year, but you don't have any on stock, back stock or bench stock to replace them, then why is it emergency on our end to get things approved?
Well, I mean, if you want us to keep some on hand, we can. It's just, like I said, typically that warranty period starts when you purchase it, so.
If you have a maintenance schedule already, you already know which pumps are gonna go out here soon, because you said anywhere from 5 to 7 years. Warranty is anywhere from 1 to 3 years.
Yeah.
So if you purchase a pump within the 1 year period of that maintenance pump going out, then you still have pump under warranty. Right?
My question is why isn't this a budget item? If we know we're gonna have to most likely replace 10% of them every year, why is this not a line item on our budget?
Well, we do have depreciation, and I think it's
This is not outside our budget as far as material. This is outside my authority to buy it without coming to you.
I want to say monthly there's something like $35,000 to $40,000 for depreciation for those items, those capital items like that go down, aging items, wear items. So it's budgeted for outside of our normal expenditures.
So it's not a matter of not being in the budget.
Yeah,
This
but
matter
it's
is
there.
The spending authority.
I personally don't have a problem with it if it's specifically for water, because we're going to hear a whole lot more if it gets cut off and we have to wait a day or whatever to have a quorum to get it done. So I feel like that you guys are using it. If it's staying within the budget, it's just a matter of expediting it.
Right. And it's mainly wastewater stuff. Water,
Yeah.
mainly wastewater.
I'll make a motion to increase the spending limit for wastewater to $25,000.
A second.
Okay, we have a motion, a second on the board to increase my authority under Section 3, or Section 2, excuse me, up to $25,000. So that's on the motion. Roll call, please.
Councilmember McMinn,
Yes.
Councilmember Brooke,
No.
Councilmember Rubel,
Yes.
and Councilmember Chapman.
Yes.
3-1, I'll vote in the affirmative to make it a 4-1 vote. And council, this is on a first reading. I'd entertain a motion to waive the suspended rules for second and third reading. Hearing none, it'll pass on to next month for second reading. Okay. Moving along, ordinance 2025-19. Read the title, please.
An ordinance repealing and replacing ordinance 2002-02, establishing a general penalty where no specific penalty is provided or where adopted by reference, and for other purposes.
Council, we had talked about this last month, and through motion, the first, second, third offenses were reduced from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, and 4,000 for fourth is down to 250, 500, 750, and 1,000. Clint, you want to come forward, please?
Did you call him Clint? That's not Clint.
Not Clint, I called you Clint. Sorry.
Did you? Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
even hear
well,
that.
you know, maybe
I just
someday in
knew
life
who
you'll
you
be
meant.
held, you might hold that same position someday, who knows?
Maybe. I knew what you meant.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Sounded like you were saying on this.
My contention is that we need to go back to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 for first, second, third offenses because it gives the judge that flexibility.
Say that one more time.
My contention is we need to go back to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 for first, second, third, and fourth offenses because it gives the judge the flexibility to impose those fines if needed or lesser, obviously. But hog tying, if you will, the judge at the lower levels does exactly that.
And I don't really take a stance on the amount of the fines. My position from the prosecutor's standpoint is these ordinances that don't have a fine in them, this is a stopgap until we can get one. When we come across one, such as the stop work order ordinance that didn't have a violation penalty in there. Well, by the time we come to council, I can't go back and retroactively put that fine on that person that we cited. That's illegal. And by the time we get it passed here and wait 6 to 8 months, or how long is it taking to get into contact sometimes?
Usually, it can be up to 3, 4, 6 months sometimes, just
So
depending on how active they are.
this would be a Band-Aid to get us until, if we find one of those ordinances, then we can come back and fix it. We could use this as a Band-Aid until we get to that point. The fine amounts are up to you guys.
Mike?
Sorry. Can we put just $1,000 per offense up to?
Well, that's
$1,000 per offense, not, I say, second, third, or fourth offense, just say up to $1,000 per offense and then leaves up to the judge to do whatever he wants to.
I think once you get to the third and fourth offense, I mean, you're just kind of blatant at that point.
You're really egregious.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, the judge may or may not, he could, impose that. You're right, because at the third and fourth, they're not obeying the law, period. Whatever it is, they're thumbing their nose at us.
In my 8 years prosecuting in front of Judge McGue, I've never seen him fine anybody the maximum amount on the first or second offense.
No, he does not.
He just doesn't. Most of the time they wind up on a payment plan anyway, and we're struggling to collect what we can on a monthly basis. And anyway, so yeah, whatever you guys want to do on that. We just need the stopgap, the Band-Aid to get something in place so that we can.
Got it. Right. You make that a motion? Sure. Okay, we have a motion on the table to set the fine penalty for $1,000 for the first offense, $2,000 second, $3,000 fourth or third, and $4,000 for the fourth. Any subsequent office offense beyond that. You get a second?
That's up to.
Up to, yes, and that's judge's discretion, obviously. You got a second? Okay, we have a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brooke,
No.
Councilmember Rubel,
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman,
Yes.
and Councilmember McMahon.
Yes.
Okay, that motion is just to set the fines. Now I would entertain a motion to approve on its second reading, ordinance 2025-19.
Motion.
Second.
A motion and second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Chapman,
Yes.
Councilmember McMahon,
Yes.
Councilmember Brooke,
Yes.
and Councilmember Rubel.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-19 has passed its second reading and will be placed on third reading for next month. Yeah, they changed 1,000, 2,000, yeah. Did I need to? Okay. We back up just one bit. The fine, I failed to vote affirmative to pass the fine. Okay. Everybody agree with that?
What's that?
I didn't vote affirmative to approve the fine. But we're good with that? Good. Okay, sorry, thank you. Ordinance 2025-20, read the title, please.
An ordinance adopting the Unified Development Ordinance, the future land use map, and the official zoning map for the City of Ward, Arkansas, amending the City of Ward Municipal Code and for other purposes.
Council, this is as we press through reading this ordinance the full 3 months. This is to implement the UDO, the official zoning map, and the zoning codes. Any discussion? I entertain a motion to approve ordinance 2025 on its second reading.
Motion.
We have a motion, we have a second.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Rubel,
Yes.
Councilmember Chapman,
Yes.
Councilmember McMahon,
Yes.
and Councilmember Brooke.
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-20 has been approved on its second reading. Be pushed forward next month to its third reading. Next on the agenda is ordinance 2025-21. Read the title, please.
An ordinance amending ordinance 2025-05, establishing parking rules for the City of Ward, Arkansas concerning vehicles exceeding 1 ton and semi-trailer type vehicles, establishing penalties and for other purposes.
Council, we had a long discussion about this last month and made some changes about the language exceeding 1 ton versus 1 ton and larger. And then there was a motion and approved for a period over parking a large vehicle for a period over 24 hours. I if you've read it, I hope you have, I bring forward an alternative to that. It would say commercial vehicle parking. It shall be unlawful for any person to park any commercial vehicle exceeding 1 ton on any street in the city for a period of time except for loading and unloading. And council, I forgot to upload them. I apologize. I can send it to you. Last Sunday, I took pictures of out in Oakland Grove, 2 dump trucks parked in front of a house and a large semi-trailer truck parked in front of another house. And that's just one portion of the city, and there's other portions. We need to pass this for that reason, but also because they're routinely driving on our streets. If they're driving on our streets for delivery and things like that, that's what they're supposed to do. But these people who park their dump trucks in particular in this large semi-trailer truck in the street are effectively destroying our streets. I think the alternative that I did, commercial vehicle parking, I think it answers the question. I think it addresses it. Any discussion? I'd entertain a motion first to use the alternative that I added about the commercial vehicle parking.
Read it one more again.
Okay. It says alternative add section 5, commercial vehicle parking it shall be unlawful for any person to park any commercial vehicle exceeding 1 ton on any street in the city for a period of time except for loading and unloading.
Motion.
We have a motion for the,
Second.
okay, add that. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. I'd entertain a motion to approve ordinance 2025.
Make a motion to approve.
Wait a minute. This will be the second reading. Second reading. Okay, we got a motion for second reading. Okay, I'm in a second. Roll call, please.
Councilmember McMahon,
Yes.
Councilmember Brooke,
Yes.
Councilmember Rubel,
Yes.
and Councilmember Chapman.
Yes.
Very good. Ordinance 2025-21 has passed its second reading and will be brought back up next month for its third reading. Next on the agenda is ordinance 2025-22. Read the title, please.
An ordinance.
Hang on a second. Excuse me. I want to table this. We're doing some more research on this one, so. This one? Yes. Yeah. So ordinance 2025-22 is going to be tabled. We'll bring it back next month if we do. Okay. Next on the agenda is resolution 2025-32. I'd like to skip this for the moment. There's some discussion concerning this process. I'd like to come back to this if that's okay with the council. Any objection?
What do you mean by skipping? You mean by table it for next?
No,
or-
skip it till later in the meeting tonight. Yeah. Flexible agenda, they call that. So moving on to new business. And Clerk, would you read the title?
A resolution authorizing the mayor and/or city clerk to enter into a contract with Cosmic Construction LLC to install 6-inch water line.
And
To install a
Bruce can
6-inch
ask questions needed, but we had originally planned we were going to do this in-house, and council's already approved the material that we've bought for this, but we just don't have time, and with the tank project right now, we need guys that are available for that, for emergencies and things like that, for that, so we need to outsource this. And the outsource, they had 2 bids, and the lowest one is $32,355.
How long on the line is it?
Bruce?
I have to measure it out. It's approximately, goes from Mill Creek to Sweetwater.
It's about 2,000 linear feet or so.
Yeah, somewhere in there. And it, we may end up using it during this tank project to feed back that direction. And it's also part of our master street plan. It's one of the main things that's on our master street plan to be done. Or master water plan, sorry. So,
This also completes a loop which aids in firefighting on Sweetwater and down
correct.
Moon. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I'd entertain a motion to approve resolution 2025-34.
I'll make a motion.
Your motion, we have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, council. Next on the agenda is resolution 2025-35. Read the title, please.
A resolution authorizing the mayor and/or city clerk of the city of Ward to enter into a contract to purchase an Omega 63P blower for the wastewater treatment plant.
This is what we were talking about earlier. The cost of this is $24,080.
Motion.
We have a motion. We have a second?
Second.
In a second. Any comment? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Resolution 2025-35 is approved. Thank you. Next on the agenda, last month, we had a long discussion about the Natural Resources Division's loan that we've got. We accepted the fact we have the loan. We haven't accepted any money yet, and that ties back into that checking account we talk about. In discussion, and Steve's not here tonight, but Steve said last month that you know, we have the funds available in reserves to pay for this. Why are we getting this loan? And I just want to open this for discussion. What is y'all's thoughts on this?
I'm completely against the loan.
I second that.
Any further discussion? I don't disagree with you. We have the funds available, and I think we could do this. With that in mind, I'd entertain a motion to reject the loans by ANRD.
Motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. To formalize this, here's resolution 2025-36. I'll hand it out, or she can just read it in the total if you like.
A resolution rejecting financial assistance from the Arkansas Natural Resources Division and authorizing the mayor and/or city clerk to sign appropriate documents needed to reject the loan. Whereas in March 2024, the governing body of the City of Ward authorized the mayor to apply to the Arkansas Natural Resources Division, ANRD, for $791,516 in financial assistance. And whereas the amount requested from ANRD would be coupled with a $500,000 grant from the Arkansas Economic Development Commission to remove the remaining houses off the antiquated sewer vacuum system. And whereas on July 17, 2024, the ANRD approved the amount requested in the form of a 20-year loan at 4% interest per annum. Whereas the governing body of the City of Ward, after discussion, has decided to reject the loan amount from ANRD and utilize reserve funds to fund the project. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the City Council of Ward, Arkansas, hereby declares Section 1, rejection notice, that the mayor and/or city clerk is hereby directed to notify ANRD that the city rejects the loan from ANRD and to sign any and all documents as needed.
With that, council, I'd entertain a motion to approve the resolution 2025-36.
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So in the verbiage of that resolution, it says that we approved using funds to go ahead with the removal.
And you did. You accepted the loan. We accepted the loan as
No, I mean using reserve funds to go ahead with the removal of the vacuum. Is that
Right.
not what that resolution said?
right.
I don't believe that's what was, I don't believe we said that we could, if we come to do that, we had to reserve funds. Why would we take the loan? And we said that it wasn't the right time to do that with all the tanks and stuff. Did we say that we were gonna that we were gonna approve to move forward with removing this right now? Am I missing something?
You did on your motion. That's what the motion previous was, and this just formalizes it.
That said we didn't want the loan, that if we was gonna do it, we had enough in reserves to do it.
Correct.
But I don't remember anybody saying that we were gonna move forward with the removal at this time. Council, is that what we said?
That's what you just said in your motion, and you approved.
We still have not got what the total cost of taking the rest of the people off the vacuum is gonna be.
No, we don't have bids yet.
So that's one of the reasons why do we need to set this? It may come in a lot lower than what this loan is. It may
Well,
be.
you also
it
gotta
may-
remember, we got $500,000 from AEDC against this also.
Okay, but,
Now, that's a grant.
okay. But by doing that, even with the grant and with this loan, that's $1.2 million.
Correct, that's the estimate.
Estimate, but you have not taken out the bids yet, so the bids may come in at 800,000 or maybe cheaper or maybe more. I don't know because I'm not
True.
doing the bid. But that's one of the pieces of information that the council probably would like to have before we do anything else on this. And that's what we asked for past council meeting to get it done. But because you wanted to open a checking account, we said we're not open a checking account until we get more information on how much it's going to cost to get the bids in. And bids have not come in yet. So
No, haven't done bids
why are
yet.
why are you pressing this for when we don't have all?
I was open
all
for
the-
discussion.
Well, I mean, well, what I'm saying is we don't have all the information. We need all the information before we make a good decision.
And the
So we need to make-
majority of the discussion was this was a want, not necessarily a need at this time.
It really is a need. It really is. It's not just a want. You know, we need it.
But Bruce has stood up here multiple times and said it operates correctly.
Yeah, I
That
mean-
it would be nice to remove that, but I mean.
We've done a lot of work to it, or specifically Brian has, to make it operate. The issue is a lot of that stuff's become obsolete. So like the station itself, the vacuum station, you just can't get that stuff anymore. So we've had to modify and, you know, do stuff in-house to make parts and pieces work. But it's really outdated. Yeah, it's working, but that station it's old and it's pretty rough. It works, but if we don't take it off vacuum, eventually we're going to need a massive upgrade of that station, which would probably be pretty costly. The electronics and the wiring and everything in there is just it's just old.
It's a 35-year-old system.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed for what we're using it for either.
Yeah, we make it work, but and then the other side of that too is being proactive, because, you know, if all the overflows would have been reported all these years from that vacuum station, I guarantee you that ADQ would have done put us under a consent order to remove it a long time ago. And so the problem is when it does go down, it's a central station that everyone on there is affected, you know. So essentially a good portion of them are all without sewer anytime it goes down.
It's a very inefficient system.
Yeah, I mean, we make it work, but it's outdated and really does need to be replaced at some point in time.
I'm kind of with Rob and Casey. I think I'm for rejecting the loan, because I think it's, in the long run, it's going to cost us too much money, and they mentioned the rate hike for the water,
Right.
which nobody wants.
Right.
I say we reject the loan and go out for bids and see what we need to do from there. I don't necessarily, because we don't know how much money we're going to need, and I think if we go out bids, then we can proceed from there.
Well, we're in the process of getting bids, but, okay.
And I mean, is this something that can be done in steps instead of pulling the trigger on $1.2 million right out the gate with all the tanks and everything else that we got that is most generally has to be done?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it can be done in phases. That'll be up to the engineers, but even at that, the loans and the grant from ADC and the loans from ANRD was for the entire project, not a breakup of the project. Now, here's what.
I'm really having a problem with, you know, from month to month, it's, you know, it'd be nice if we could get rid of this. You know, we got 50 citizens or whatever on it. It'd be nice if we could get rid of it to now, well, we got to, it's annotated. But a couple months ago, it's working fine and we can move on with it, but now all of a sudden, it's a dire need. We need to get it done now.
We have been working this issue for over a year now. We got the grant from ADC, 2023 actually. So this project's been on the books and been working for that long. It's not new.
If we do reject this loan, does it prevent us from reapplying for a loan?
It doesn't, just a process, you know, it's,
So,
whether you get it or not is up in the air.
once we get the bids, then we can reapply. If we do need a loan, then we reapply for the loan with the bids that we
You're
have.
way behind the power curve by that time. Once you get the bids, then you're ready to go to a project, bid opening, and then want to go forward. What could happen is you just continue on with the taking of the loan, not taking of it, but the approval of it, until we get the bids in. And until the loan papers are signed by me, we can reject them. That's from ANRD. So we don't have to deny, but, you know, the discussion last week and somewhat tonight, y'all didn't have a flair for this and would rather just get rid of this and pay for it out of pocket. It's probably as safer to keep this on the books, that it's available to us, and go forward and see what the bids come out to be, because we may need this or a portion of it, not the whole thing, which we can do that too.
And you can talk with the engineer. I mean, it might could be done in phases, but
But if the loan people don't allow that,
Where did the initial 1.2 million value?
That's the initial
Where'd that come
project
from?
estimate that was put together by Bond Engineering that we had to put together for the application package to ADC, ANRD. And we put the package together at ANRD. In that application, we showed that we got $500,000 from AEDC, so there's a partnership there that they're aware of, so it made it a much more lucrative loan to us.
Richard, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yes, sir.
You said you're saying this part maybe could be done in phases.
In my opinion, I think it probably could be, but
So if it can be or could be done in phases, then that could give us time to use our reserves for what we need it for instead of taking this loan. Correct?
Yes, that's potentially, but we don't know that for a fact, and we don't know what AEDC might have to say about that.
And isn't, I know, but and ifs and buts and stuff like that.
That's how we operate.
Well, I'm gonna stand firm on against this loan because it's gonna cause a rate increase as it is. If we take this loan, it's gonna raise the water and sewer rates, or sewer rates, well, however you wanna word it. It's going to raise them. And so I'm gonna stand on that no on this loan. However, I don't wanna make a decision that, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go forward with this when we don't know what it's gonna cost, so.
Do you want to, somebody make a motion to withdraw the motion to reject this at this time? And just sit on it for right now?
Make a motion, we table this until a later time.
The person who made the motion has to withdraw, the person who made the second has to withdraw the second.
Thank you. Who made the motion?
I have Brooke as made the motion and Chapman made the second.
I'll need you to withdraw your motion. If that's what you want to, motion to approve.
Okay. Withdraw my,
Withdraw my second.
Okay. And that effectively kills the motion that was approved, right? Okay. So we're back to square one. Now we're back to the checking account. ANRD wants us to establish a checking account for when we do receive the loan, if we receive the loan. But we've got to turn paperwork into them showing we have a checking account, which is part of the process. So I need approval to open a checking account.
I make a motion to open the checking account,
There's a resolution number,
but
something.
without accepting the loan.
Yeah. Resolution 2025-32, would you read the title, please?
A resolution authorizing the use of a separate checking account for Arkansas Natural Resources Division Grant Fund.
In their paperwork, we got to do this, so I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2025-32.
Motion.
There a motion. May I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Roll call, please.
Councilmember Brooke,
no.
Councilmember Rubel,
No.
Councilmember Chapman,
Yes.
Councilmember McMinn,
Yes.
Resolution 2025-32 has been disapproved for lack of a positive vote. Okay, we'll press on, see what happens. Next on the agenda is discussion of use of grant and city funds for electric vehicles and electric vehicle charge stations. Again, the conversation last month was, why do we want to buy electric vehicles and spend money for electric vehicles and electric chargers? We have the grants, $10,000 apiece for 2 vehicles, which means we probably end up spending roughly $40,000, $30,000, I guess, for the vehicles. The chargers may pay for themselves, may not. The first bids that came through, I've rejected all the bids because they were too high on the cars. It wasn't the right vehicle anyway, and because we rejected the vehicles, I rejected the chargers also. But we can also turn this money back in or turn this grant back in.
Motion, turn it back in.
Okay, that's one at a time. Let's go with the electric vehicles. Do we have a motion to reject electric vehicles?
Motion to reject electric vehicles.
We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Okay. Resolution 2024-39, this is out of order, but anyway. Yep. if you would read title, and I can give you a copy of this if you'd like. Read the entire thing, please.
A resolution rejecting the EPA CPRG EV fleet replacement funds awarded by the Metro Plan Board and authorizing the mayor and/or city clerk to sign appropriate documents needed to reject the funds. Whereas in December 2024, the governing body of Ward authorized the mayor and/or city clerk to make application to Metro Plan for a $20,000 grant to purchase 2 new electronic vehicles, and whereas in March 2025, the Metro Plan Board awarded a $20,000 grant to purchase 2 EVs. Whereas the governing body of the City of Ward, after discussion, has decided to reject the EPA CPRG EV fleet replacement grant and not to purchase EVs at this time. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the City Council of Ward, Arkansas hereby declares in Section 1 of rejection notice that the mayor and/or city clerk is hereby directed to notify Metro Plan that the city rejects the awarded EVs fleet replacement grant and sign whatever documents are required to formalize the process.
Hey, council, I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2025-39 as read.
Motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. With that, I'd entertain a motion to reject the electronic vehicle charger grant also.
Question.
Yes?
The ones we have out here, are we making anything off of those?
No, not at all. We provided the space for that commercial.
And if we accepted these other ones, how many would they be and where would they go?
2, but they would be for city use only.
City use only?
Correct.
Okay.
So, got a motion, if we're going to reject, I need a motion to reject.
Motion.
We have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Motion carries. Please read Resolution 2025-37.
A resolution rejecting the EPA CPRG EV charging station funds awarded by the Metro Plan Board and authorizing the mayor and/or city clerk to sign appropriate documents needed to reject the funds. The whole thing.
Yes?
Whereas in December 2024, the governing body of the City of Ward authorized the mayor and/or city clerk to make application to Metro Plan for $14,500 grant to purchase 2 EV charging stations, and whereas in March 2025, the Metro Plan Board awarded $14,500 toward the purchase of 2 EV charging stations. And whereas the governing body of the City of Ward, after discussion, has decided to reject the EV grant and not purchase EVs, therefore would not need the EV charging stations either. Now, therefore, it be resolved by the City Council of Ward, Arkansas hereby declares in Section 1 the rejection notice that the mayor and/or city clerk is hereby directed to notify Metro Plan that the city rejects the awarded EPA CPRG EV charging station funds and sign whatever documents are required to formalize the process.
Here you go. I entertain a motion to approve Resolution 2025-37.
Motion.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving on. Let's have a discussion about additional streets to overlay. We have some good funds still in the street fund, and we need to think about overlaying some things. We just finished the Cross, Campbell, and Milam Street overlay. It turned out beautiful. It was great, and it came in relatively cheap, $91,000, which is a low bid if you remember. Let's see, there we go. This map, as rudimentary as is, shows the things that we've done since 2015, the streets that we've overlaid. And this next slide is a slide I put together, suggestions and costs at $50 a square foot, which is, or $50 linear foot, which is what the bids came in for the Campbell, Milam, and Cross Street bids. A lot of streets there. And also City Hall. Fact is, I had City Hall, a quote for City Hall put in with the company that was doing the overlays on Milam, Cross, and Campbell, but his quote came in higher than the state allows without going out for bid, so I couldn't accept it and bring it to you for to get it done while they were here. So my suggestion is to overlay City Hall parking lot, just the front of it. And Stevens Street, if you're not familiar where Stevens Street is, it's over here across from Shamrock Station. We did cross Campbell. We've done North Street. That's a lone street over there that hasn't been done. Just to complete that area over there, this would be a good idea to do this. Sure. And I'll make it bigger. There you go.
How much is there that we're trying to?
Go back one more.
Contrary fund, how much do we have on reserves?
Oh, we got probably, well, I'll tell you exactly what we have. I wrote this down.
130,000 is what we have on there for just the 2 streets.
Right,
City Hall and Stevens for
right. And let's see here. There we go. Street Department, we have, in checking account, right now, we haven't spent the $91,000, they haven't sent us an invoice yet, but $707,000, and we have a CD with $444,000 in it. So easily, we could do several streets. Now, you might have noticed on a previous agenda where we're going to talk about a potential TAP project to widen Moon Road. Unfortunately, that particular project would not fit into the TAP criteria, so we rejected that, or I didn't even bring it up to you for approval. But at some point in time, we're going to need to look at widening Moon Road, so we need to kind of keep some heavy reserves on that. But we do need to spend some money, if you will, to improve some streets, and we have the funds available.
I would rather see a city street done than a parking lot, to be honest, so.
Well, I don't disagree, but I also think that, I mean, we're putting, a lot of money into that City Hall, and that parking lot's horrible. And you can use street funds to pay for a public parking lot.
But Pentar's pretty bad, and so
Oh,
is
yeah.
Ariel.
Yeah, Pentar really needs to be widened too.
Pental, if you widen that,
You're gonna be in people's front yards.
you got a lot.
Got the water line,
Yeah.
water main right there on the edge road already.
We couldn't probably widen Pentar for $1.5 million on its own with all the ditches, those big ditches.
So,
Let's, I have a suggestion.
Okay, I like suggestions.
All right. So we got our wonderful police chief sitting back here. And we have police officers that drive this city in and day out. Which street, let's find out and see which streets are in the worst shape. I know Pentar's pretty high on that list.
Well, we could actually, if you wanted to, we could go out on Google Maps and go to street level and take a look at them yourself.
I know Pentar is really high on that list, but I don't know about the rest of them.
Kirkland, some of the dead ends.
And you can't, another thing is on the street aid that we get through the state, that we do a lot of them, you can't do dead ends. They won't approve dead ends. So dead ends could be done in-house, with in-house money, if you will.
We can get, so basically we can do all the dead ends. And it'd be around $350K.
Yeah, what we'd do, if we went out for bids on all them, the bid package would be set up that we could, if we had all these streets in, but it came in higher than what we wanted, then we pull out a particular street out of the bid package
But, okay, bid package to where?
to overlay the streets.
I get, but you said that dead ends can't be
We use our funds.
our funds, so
They-
we can't use the state funds or whatever it is.
They won't approve dead ends on the street aid.
Street aid.
Right.
But all these other ones, they can approve.
Yeah, the Spencer and or the parking lot, they won't do
Ariel and
either.
Pentar,
Yeah,
Spencer.
those are
they can-
3 streets, so yeah, they would approve those.
So, I would suggest just using our city funds for the dead ends, get that taken care of.
What's the total of all 6 dead ends?
Well,
Another one's in pretty bad shape. It's curved, but Farah is pretty rough.
Farah is, but I'll tell you, Farah and the others that are in subdivisions like that will have to be evacuated first before they can be overlaid, so that's an additional cost. These are pure, just straight overlays.
Because the ones that you're talking about, that's a curved road.
Yep, exactly.
So I don't know if anybody's been down Austin over there in there, that Shadow Creek. Well, that was a mess. They had to take it down to the bedrock and go back up with it because it was curbed.
The first part of Sweetwater that's actually in our city limits is pretty rough as well.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. She said $328,050 for the dead end roads.
Do we make a motion on this, or?
Yeah, I mean, make a motion to do all the dead ends?
I make a motion that all the dead ends be done with city funds.
The dead ends that we have.
Overlay.
The dead ends that we have here.
The dead ends we have on the list here
Okay.
be done with city funds. Street
Sure.
funds. Sorry, city street funds.
Do you need to read those for the recording?
You wanna read it? I'll read them all. Stephen Street, Langford, Kirkland, Hilburn, Grant Street, and Circle P Drive.
Okay, that's the motion. You don't want to include the city hall? You get a better deal if you,
You can put that on a bid.
well, and also, again, it'd be, we can pull them out separately when we get it.
And also City Hall,
Okay.
front parking.
All right. We have a motion as stated by Mr. Casey. Any further discussion? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to allow me to engage in bond engineering to work up an overlay project for the streets that are named.
Did we get a second?
No.
Second.
Okay, we now have a second.
I'll make a motion that you talk contract with bond or whatever you need to do, engineering.
So, okay, let's back up. We have a motion to allow me to get with bond engineering to work up a overlay bid package for the streets that were named.
Correct.
Okay? We have a second on that?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye. Any noes? Motion carries. All right, we'll get working on that. Thank you, council. Next on the agenda, put on your calendar, 2026 budget workshop with the CPA will be November 10th at 6 p.m. We have started working budget issues and had a meeting with the CPA yesterday and today about different things. Also, I'd like to make an announcement that our chief clerk, court clerk, Beth Glover, is retiring on October 17th. We will have a luncheon on the 16th that you all will be invited to if you'd like to come. And also, I'd like to introduce Angel Williams. Come on up to the mic. And you. I'd like to introduce Angel Williams. She is going to be our new chief court clerk. In conjunction I've had with the judge, she actually works for the judge. That's how this works. Through our system, but she works for the judge, and judge recommended her. And so Miss Angel will be our new chief clerk upon retirement of Beth. So with that, I entertain a motion to accept Angel as our new chief court clerk.
Motion.
We have a motion, a second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
I don't even get an opinion on it.
Yes, what's your opinion?
Next on the agenda, and I didn't put it up there, did we pass out resolution 28 for,
Thank you, ma'am.
thanks, Angel.
You talking about the checking account?
Checking
stuff?
account, yeah,
Or the checks for the district.
yeah. I'd entertain it,
Motion.
well, hang on, we're gonna read it. Read title. Just read title. Read title, here you go. Just read that title. There you go.
A resolution authorizing personnel to sign, a resolution authorizing personnel to sign Ward District Court checks.
It names Angel, myself, and the judge. Entertain a motion to approve resolution 2025-38.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Second, all those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. And I did not bring me a copy of my report. You got one for me? Thanks. I always do that for some reason. All right. Mayor's report. Now, let me go back to this. There we go. Okay. Starts 4, construction project sidewalks down Chanticleer to Caston. ARDOT has finally approved that project to go out for bid. That should be going out within the next few weeks. Starts 5, the sidewalk project down Brewer Street. RDOT has finally approved the scope change, but now we have to do what's called a cultural resource survey, which is going to cost us about $4,000. Had to do one it's something new. I don't know. SARS 6 has been submitted, have not heard anything about that. Wastewater rehab, we've talked about that to nauseam. The water tank rehab project has begun. Bruce and Brian are managing that real well. We have not, I think we had one, if I understand, one person call about low water pressure.
Yeah,
and so we,
immediately.
huh? Yes, it has, we knew that. But, it hasn't gone below the standard and all that kind of good stuff. So they're managing it real well. They've started on this. It should be a 2-week process for that tank, and then they'll move to the hydro pillar tank, and we'll make notice to everybody and let everybody know. So that's working along real well. We still have a grant application from AEDC we asked for $200,000 from them to help pay for this project. Street funds for 2025, street aid has been submitted, as you know, and we're waiting for that. The 2025 Sports Complex LED replacement program has been submitted. The City Hall ADA upgrade, the grant application has been submitted. And the 2025 HVAC update project we were awarded $200,000 from small cities and counties. We're waiting for the Energy Office on their $249,000 grant. Hopefully we get that, and if so, then we're only going to be at about $30,000. Live feed camera, we're still waiting for deployment in October. And last month, Rob, you brought up discussion about the fire chief's vehicle. And you were correct. I wasn't sure, but you were correct. It was from the Randy Staley era. I'd like, and then fire department has the funds available. I'd like a motion to approve for us to get him a new Dodge Durango.
A new
outfit.
one, like
Yes.
100% new,
Yes.
not used.
900% new.
Motion.
Second.
All right. We have a motion second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll get working on that. Yeah, okay. Is there any, oh, yeah. Almost forgot this. We'll put this on record. Each of you have received a copy of the Ward Water and Sewer System Financial Statement for the years ending December 31st, 2024 and 2023. It was a clean audit. Unlike the legislative audit, I don't have to read it to you. Just present it to you. So I would entertain a motion that you accepted and received this.
Motion that we accepted the wastewater report.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Do we have anybody sign up to speak? No. Council, do you have anything you'd like to talk about tonight?
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead. Seriously, go ahead.
No, I was saying you probably have some comments. Go ahead.
Okay, just keep fighting. Hey, I was wondering if we could do a little exploring into I know that you've probably seen it where they have apps, like a city has an app. And you can utilize it to send out messages, you can use it to get any updates on water and everything like that, but it's an app on your phone. I saw some things through, I don't know if it was Metroplan, I don't know where I read it, but I've got it marked in my office because there's some smaller cities that are using it, and it's working well for them. I just think in our efforts to try to communicate with the community better, I think this would be an option that we could look at.
I think it's a great idea. I think if you will.
I'll find it. I read all about it because it gave specifically like a bigger city like Bentonville or something, and then a smaller city that was like a 3,000 population. So I'm like, it could be in our.
I'm perfectly fine with that. As we all know, we've talked before. Our medium age is 27.9. They do everything online. So
To kind of piggyback on that, can we also use a QR code around the city also, and people just have
well,
it
if you
linked
look,
to the app?
a lot of times on our water and wastewater stuff, we send out QR codes now. So, yeah, we
Throughout the city, and like where we have the ordinances posted up, you have a QR code right there. They can just use that.
oh, that's true too.
Also.
Yeah. we can look at that. Anything else you'd like to talk about? All right, some announcements. Planning Commission, September 22nd. Harvest Fest, and there's a flyer right there, October 11th, out at the Ward Sports Complex from 5 to 8. And our next city council meeting is October 21st. With that in mind, I'd entertain a motion to dismiss.
Motion.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor? Let's go home. Thank you, council.